Hey YouTube modeling community, welcome back to another video. Got another Finish It Up February group build update for you. A couple projects going on here. The Porsche, it has some issues. The body's twisted. I think it's this corner is up like 1/8 of an inch, and I didn't realize it until I tried putting it on there, and it just didn't fit. Couldn't figure it out why. Set it on a level surface, and it just wobbled, so that's great. I'll probably just use some tape and epoxy, hold it in place for a couple days, and then it should be good. But that's on hold for right now. Got the Bronco over here. Looks pretty much the same as before. The paint is slightly faded now. Can't even see it on camera really. And it has a frame that's been painted. So, probably going to do a little bit on that soon. Might do the interior next, just to get it out of the way, because I hate doing them. Usually. There's a few exceptions. Over here, we've got this. I don't think I'm going to end up finishing the GTX half of this, because there's no detail down here in the charger underside, and I quite frankly don't want to. So that's just gonna get out of my way. And then we have the charger. And this is pretty alright. Now the only thing I would do differently if I did this again is I would use a Revell charger kit. Or any other charger kit actually, for that matter, with an opening hood. So that I could stick with basically having a Pro Street GTX, but it's a charger, and just have the hood open. I did the whole lift-off front end thing with this, just because, you know, if I'm going to spend that long cutting something out, it took less time to do the whole lift-off front end. That turned out really well. I'm pleased with it, though. I kind of went for that used but taken care of look with this. You can't really see it, but the paint's once again a bit faded, and it's got some scratches and some marks. That's fine. And underneath you saw the rust and stuff the other day when I showed an update on it. So that's 2 builds finished up this group build. So we're making progress. And then over here, pulled another one out and been working on it. The B29. Now I took the wings off because it's easier to work with, as opposed to taking my head off every time I turn the plane around. And I'd be holding it like this, and I'd go to spin it around to look at something and take my head off with the wings. But this is looking good in here. Doing a lot of sanding and putty work around all the edges and the gaps. And it's getting smoothed out. I'm going to go back over it with a finer grit. I had to pretty much make this, and I'm going to go around the edge and create the lines, and get a needle in here to create the rivets on it. So that should happen eventually. Got the wings over here. Also got putty all around the edges and in the gaps. Filled this massive crack. Still got to go over it with a finer grit sandpaper. Get rid of some of the sanding marks that'll show up through paint and primer. If the camera focuses, I'll try to show you this. It's just a super thin piece of stretched plastic to replace these lines that are getting sanded down between the panels. Just brush a little bit of glue on it, lay that down, and cut it where it needs to be, just so that I don't lose any of the detail on that. And then I think I'm gonna have to get out another build here soon. So, disregarding the Rat Rug group build, what do you want to see on the bench next for the next update? Let me know in the comments. We've got all these kits here to choose from. There's a GTO and the 55 in here. We've got the 37 Chevy over here. So Let me know what you want to see me start working on next. And I'll see you then.